Give me a few minutes, and I promise I'll save you hours in the long run using these AI prompt tips. So, let's jump right in. Starting with tip number 1, a great prompt equals a great response. And the secret ingredient? Constraints. So, let me show you. A bad example of this would be, tell me about history. A better example would be, summarize the causes of World War I in under 200 words for a high school essay. See the difference? One is vague, and the other gives clear direction. When you're prompting, do things like this. Set a word limit, tone, or even audience. Even better, explain why you need this information. And if it's complex, go step by step, one line at a time. So for tip number 2, let's actually dive a little bit deeper on what I mean by examples. You want to show just as much as you tell. Instead of saying, generate an image of a huge duck playing in the water, you could actually give it an example of the type of duck you want and the kind of body of water that you actually have in mind. This way, the model has less blanks to fill in, and it will be more accurate to what vision you actually have in your mind. This is how you actually teach AI what a good prompt looks like. You're going to get better results, faster, honing in on what you really want as opposed to endlessly generating different images until you get it just right. Just tell the model what you want from the very start. Okay, now we're at hump day. Tip number 3, ask for multiple options. Okay, I'll be honest, this one's actually pretty powerful. I use this one a lot, mainly for thumbnail generations, title ideas, or even video ideas if I'm really struggling. Instead of just asking for one version or output of something, you can try something like this instead. Give me 3 versions. You can use this trick for titles and thumbnails, captions and headlines, or even email intros. But here's a little twist. Then from here, I'll pick the one that I like the most and then ask the model to give me one alternative version. I've found this to be incredible when it comes specifically to generating thumbnails. That's because sometimes I'll have an image in my mind and I'll try to recreate it as closely as possible. When I ask for an alternative version of this, it'll kind of do something interesting. Sometimes it'll take something very similar, or sometimes it'll go in a completely different direction. I'll be honest, usually like 50% of the time, I'll actually go with the alternative version because it's actually showing me something that I like a lot, but I just didn't think of it. Tip number 4, set a length limit. This is also one that I use on a daily basis because I make a lot of generations. And it's going to be a time saver. You want to keep it short first, then if you like it, you can expand on it later. So try something like this. Summarize in under 150 words, give me 3 bullet points, a 1 sentence, or in my case, I use a lot a 2-sentence version, please. And the reason I do this is because it cuts a lot of the fluff, saves editing time, but most importantly for me, cuts down on a lot of the reading, and honestly, I'm not trying to read 3 paragraphs of something if just 2 sentences can do. And if it's a bad generation, you don't want to waste your time reading all that information just for you to have to regenerate it again. So what I usually do is give it a cap, and then if I like what it output in just 2 sentences, maybe then from there I'll ask it to expand just a little bit further. And lastly, tip number 5. As you can tell, I like to iterate a lot of different versions. And of course, it can be a game changer, like I said with the thumbnails. What I like to do when I've found a pretty good response, but I want to make sure that I can't make it any better, I'll ask for one small tweak, ask it if it can improve it in any way. I'll then continue doing that until I get to a point that I think is absolutely perfect. Another thing you can do is you can ask AI, is this the best possible that you can do? Is this the best possible that I can do? And then see what it puts back. A lot of times you might get some really useful information, or you may even be reassured that what you made is pretty good. And I actually have a bonus tip. Save great prompts. We didn't just do all this work just for the AI to forget what we just did, and then we have to go through all these same steps again tomorrow. Tell the AI to remember a very good response. Ones that meet or clearly exceed your expectations. Responses that are like, wow, this is even better than I had envisioned. Tell the AI that you really like those sort of responses, and specifically tell it to commit it to memory. That way, when it's giving you future responses, it'll put those answers more in that format, so it'll save you the trouble of having to iterate down to what you find to be a perfect response. Look forward to more tip videos like this in the future. I'm planning on releasing a little mini-series to put out in between my AI job reviews. Bye for now.
Want to start earning $1,000 a week online but stuck at account signups, failed exams, or verification roadblocks?
Real freelancers don't wait. They start earning today.
Want to start earning $1,000 per week online but stuck at account sign-ups, failed exams, or verification roadblocks? White heavy check mark, we've got you covered. By verified freelance accounts, TELUS, OneFormer, Appen, Remo Tasks, Welocalize, and more. Get exam answers that work and breeze through verifications, all done fast, securely, and anonymously. Globe showing Europe Africa trusted by over 500 freelancers worldwide. Ready to stop failing and start earning? White right pointing backhand index DM now. Spots are limited.